All right. Great. So then we are opening a new workbook. Let's open a new workbook. We open a new workbook, all of us. A very new workbook, Excel workbook, eh? Like the one that I have here. All right. So then I would want us to do some warm-ups, a little bit warm-ups here and there, a little bit warm-ups here and there. All right, which warm-ups are we doing? So for example, you're given this kind of a number, 23, we have here 56. We have another number here, for example, 46, 80, whatever, 54, like that. And then somebody wants you to get summation. How do you get to sum? Like, for example, first column. To sum the first column, you'll come and say equals sum. And then you can see sum has come up here. Then I'm able to come here and say double click, of course. And then it is asking me for the numbers to add. So I'll come and just highlight these numbers, highlight the numbers. And then I'm able to say enter. So you're able to get that total. And of course, for the next figure here, I can come and use this plus. The autofill plus, the one in this case here with a solid plus, a black plus, what I normally call a black rabbit. There's a white rabbit, there's a black rabbit here. Black rabbit, you must put it in its cage. So you can come and just autofill by dragging like that. All right. That is not the method I want you to master. No. Control Z to undo. So the first thing in our warm-up to undo, we shall always be saying Control Z, like that, Control Z to undo, all right? What I would have done if I'm the one doing this, I would simply come and highlight, for example, if I want this total for the first column, for column D there, I would come and just click inside here, and then I'll be able to say here, Alt equals. So the easiest way of summing is Alt equals enter. The easiest way of summing here to sum, easiest way, you should always use what we call the Alt equals, then press enter. Then press enter, like that. So whenever I want to sum, I can come here, allow me to delete this. I will say Alt. I'm pressing on Alt. I'm still pressing on Alt here. I'm pressing on Alt. So I'm pressing on Alt like that. And then using this other hand, I'll be able to say equals. Equals is near backspace up there. Equals. Then you can see things are happening there. Then you are able to see, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm getting 91 there. I'm getting 91 there. So this 91, I mean, if I'm the one doing this and I'm given several rows, I won't even do it like that. What I will do, I'll first of all come using this white hair. I'll be able to come and highlight the two. You know, you use this white plus, the white hair, for highlighting. So I'll be able to come and highlight these two simultaneously. And then I press Alt equals, I get answers automatically. So is there somebody who has been able to write these numbers and they have been able to do exactly what Mwalimu has done? Anybody who has been able to write those numbers and have done exactly what Mwalimu has done? Yeah. That will be very good. And sure, like we're doing it in our studies class, you must always know where to get the dancing emojis. You must dance a little bit. You must dance a little bit. You must dance a little bit. You must dance. Whenever you realize something new, it'll be very important for you to dance there, or even you cry. No, it has to come. Maurice, are you able to share your screen? Are you able to share your screen? Remember to hold on to Alt, one Alt. Not at the same time. You start by holding Alt first of all. Once you hold the Alt down permanently, and then you say equals. Then you say equals. You hold on to Alt, and then you say equals. It doesn't matter which Excel. That one should be able to really agree. That one should be able to agree. Yeah. Because once you have the numbers and you've been able to highlight these two cells, then you're able to say here alt equals, it will come automatically. It will come automatically. It will come automatically. All right. So if you're not able to get it, just share your screen and then I'll be able to guide you. Just share your screen and then I should be able to guide you appropriately. I should be able to guide you appropriately. I should be able to guide you accordingly. So please remember to share your screen. If you look at your Zoom down there, you'll be able to see where we have the green share. Yeah. You can also use what we call Alt S. If you say Alt S, you'll be able to see the screen you want to share, you choose. My internet is very unstable, we shall overcome. Your internet connection is unstable. That is Safaricom, and that is why we are changing from Safaricom to, like in school now, you have changed everything to Starlink. Now at home, I'll also be forced to change to Starlink. Now we are changing to Starlink, everything Starlink. It's very unfortunate. I also happen to, be having a few shares at Safaricom, but you're willing to let that go because now they're not behaving. You guys, it's like I've never taught most of you Excel. My students that I've taught Excel or BDA, they like sharing their screens. The students who have not understood what I've done should share their screen very fast. I correct them. Then we move on to the next thing. Otherwise, I'll be forced to assume that we are okay. I move on to the next thing. Otherwise, you should be able to share a screen. Because if you say Alt S, when you say Alt S, you'll be able to see a place where there is share. Which screen do you want to share? I like that Alt S because it gives you a choice of the screen you want to share. There are times students, in this case here, get to share. There are times students here get to share, for example, their private WhatsApp messages with us, which is very unfortunate. When you say Alt S, you're able to see the window. They bring you all the windows you want to share. You click on the one you'd want to share. So Josephat Monene, yours is very good and actually have gone to do something extra. Thank you very much. This guy has gone ahead to do something extra. So then we shall be able to drop your share, which is very okay. Kumkum. Kumkum, a great name. Have you understood? And if you haven't understood, why are you not sharing your screen? So please share your screen if you haven't understood. Shady, I can see your screen. Aha. Shady has already done it, which is very good. Shady has already done it. Shady, I'll drop your screen. I will drop your screen very fast because already I can see you've done it. I'm looking for that ninja who has not done it. I help. All these ninjas have done it. Then allow me to move on to the next thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So then once I'm done with this, remember, at times like somebody has done it, at times like somebody has done it, you will have here, this could be like the years, like we have here 1978, 1979, we have here 1980. Is there anybody who was born in those years like ourselves? No, now we are dinosaurs. Now I'm a dinosaur. Q1, we have here Q2, like that. All right. So at times, ladies and gentlemen, you could be given numbers like this, and then you want to get totals here. You see, you want to get total here. You want to get total here, and you also want to get totals here. Totals like that. Then what do you do? In this case here, I cannot highlight this. Now, if I highlight these years, Excel will take this as what here as a number. So let's start highlighting from here. So you highlight, include the total area. Even this one include the total area. Like include the total area. You highlight, no. Control Z. Control Z. Let me start again. So you highlight, including the totals. Include it like that. So once you highlight including the totals, then when you say Alt equals, automatically this thing will come in all ways. When you say Alt equals, automatically you'll be able to get like now this. These are added across, including the grand total. Including the grand total. So is there somebody who is able to do exactly what Mwalimu has done and they're willing to share their screen? Anybody who is able to show us live? Anybody who is able to show us live? Steve, thank you so much. Now Steve wants to show us this live. All right, you can maximize. You can already have done it. Already you've done it. I want somebody already, or you can say undo then, and then you do it for us. You do it for us. Perhaps people will be able to learn something from you, Steve, right? You can say Control Z, Control Z, Control Z to undo. You simply, and then now start highlighting up there. Just start again highlighting. Click there, yes. Just click there. You haven't clicked, you haven't clicked. If you click that 12, if you click that 12, if you click inside the 12, yeah, then now you can start now highlighting everything from that 12. You highlight including the totals. You highlight including the totals. Okay, great. I think there is a disconnect because of my internet or his internet. Because like now we have only seen the last fruit, which is still good enough. Anybody else in this case who is willing to share their screen? Anybody else who is willing to share their screen? We see what students are doing. Would like to see what students are doing from their side. So we have Shady. Yeah, you see already you are wrong because it has added even the years. It has added even the years. Yeah. So you should have started from that 12 and then and then you go to great. And then you add. Thank you so much, Shady. Shady never disappoints. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, what else do we have here? What else do we have here? What else do we have here? So Josephat Monene is sharing. Maurice Abuka is also sharing. Yeah. Yeah, this is whose screen? This is Josephat's screen, I think. Or who is sharing now? We shall overcome. So 12:56, that is very okay. This is very okay. Thank you so much. This is very okay, Maurice. I told you this thing is working. Then we have Josephat. Josephat. Must be my internet, which is problematic. Yemekataa. Yemekataa. All right. Thank you so much. Then that means that yeah, it's very easy, Sarah, to share your screen. You simply say Alt S. There is Alt there and S, and then they'll bring all the screens that you'd want to share. You double click on the one you want to share. If you say Alt S, it brings all the screens. Yeah, the one that is in blue is the entire screen. You can now share whatever, but I always prefer students picking the screen they want to share. The screen they want to share, right? That will be very, very important. And then if I want, in this case here, to share, for example, the one that I am having here, I'll simply come and double click it. You double click it. It comes up very well. Comes up very well. So Sarah, try. We see whether you can be able to share your screen. Every student should be able to know how to share their screen. Alt S. You press Alt and then S, the normal S. You start by pressing Alt, but you long press it. You press on it until you press this S, and then you can release. Sarah, are you able to do that, Sarah? I'm waiting for you, Sarah, to do that. And then I see your screen on my side here. It was really, Maurice, it was really Sarah's chance, really. It was Sarah's chance, really. I'm waiting for Sarah because, Maurice, I've seen you sharing. I know you know how to share now. So it is Sarah's chance. This is Sarah's chance. I'm waiting for you, Sarah. If you're not able, you can just comment there, Mwalimu, I'm not able to share. Is there any other ninja who does not know how to share? Do we have any other ninja? Because everybody will be sharing in my class. Teresa has tried, it has come. Tobias Kebati has tried, it's come. I want everybody in this case here to try sharing. Everybody must know how to share today. Everybody must know how to share their screen. The right screen, that is. Sara, kwa nini? Uwezi ukasema alt na S. Umeona mahali kuna alt hapo karibu na space. No problem, you're trying. Great. So this ninja already has known, this Liz Jerry has known how to share, which is very good. Everybody must know how to share their screen. And please be disturbing your teachers with sharing screens. Always be disturbing your teachers by sharing in between. When they're just teaching like this and you're not following, okay, this is very good. So Shayla, thank you very much. Everybody, I want to see Chere. I want to see everybody. Abdi, what happened here? Tobias, I'm now seeing yours severally. Tobias, allow me to drop this one. Chair, I've seen your screen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Although you have shared one that is empty, but at least you've known how to share. Tobias, I'm now seeing yours severally. Great. So apart from Abdi, if it's not working, there is no problem. No, we are not using any Excel sheet. Today, we are just typing everything from scratch. Abdi, if you look at your Excel, down there is video icon, there is audio, there is a place which even shows number of participants. You can now see who is sharing. Now see who is sharing. It is Sarakim. So Abdi now, it's Sarakim who is sharing. That's very good. That's Kate. Great. That's very good. That's very good. All right. So also Abdi, you'll be able then to see down here where we have the charts, React. You'll be able to see share, which I'm not very sure whether this is green or which one. I mean, Abdi has shared, which is very good. All right. All right. So Abdi, are you able to see something that is quite greenish there? Greenish there, which is written share. Are you able to see that one on your Zoom? Everybody must know how to share. If you don't know how to share, you'll not be able to gain a lot from our discussions as an online student. So Abdi, just click that one once. When you click it once, then you'll be able to see various windows. So now you decide which window do you want to share with us. Please avoid sharing. Like there are people who will share, for example, their workplace windows. You see, if you share your workplace window and you're going to run, perhaps it's a payroll from your workplace. It's a payroll from your workplace. If you share this payroll here once, you see everybody will be able to see the payroll. And then you can imagine, of course, I'll not get time in this case here to go and tell the editors to remove that information. Guys will go and play this video on Zoom or on Facebook. And then, of course, you will be asked in this case here, why are we infringing on? And you'll get yourself into problems. So you must know which screen are you sharing. So the one that you are able to see, like now I'm able to see the one that I want to share, I'll simply come and double click it. You double click on the one that you want to share. So Abdi, are you able to do that as now I go to serious stuff? But I mean, everybody knowing how to share is a very, very serious thing. Very, very serious thing. I haven't seen Caroline Miner's window. I haven't seen CPA Favor's window. I haven't seen Colleen Oleche's window. These are ninjas. I haven't seen Dottie's window. I haven't seen Ernest's window. Elsa Otieno, nothing from you I've seen here being shared. Habib, haven't seen you sharing. J. Mary, I haven't seen you sharing. Josephat Morena, I've seen you sharing. Colin Oleche, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. And I can see you're sharing the right thing, which is very good. Very good. Manoti is an expert, although I haven't seen you sharing. So we have here, Tobias, I've seen Tobias sharing. There's another ninja calling himself, okay, I haven't. Perez, I haven't seen you sharing. Patrick Talley, I haven't seen you sharing. Kumaanisha mjajua bado. Lambert. Judith Boyneth, I haven't seen you sharing. I'm sorry, I'm telling you, this Safaricom is really, really low, but at least I'm back. And I hope, Lucy, you were able to do something with the host rights. Were you able to demonstrate something, Lucy, now that you are the host? Yeah, now you can see Abdi Hakim is sharing his screen, which is very good, very good, very good. Now everybody is an expert in sharing screens. Everybody shall be able to share. Now you can now see I've shared a wrong thing. This is very, very bad of me. I should not be able to share a wrong thing. Never shall I share a wrong thing, because if I do that, I can easily, in this case, I get myself in problems. Yeah, like now I can see Josephat Morena sharing. That's very good, Josephat. Thank you so much. So everybody now is an expert. Everybody now is an expert. And now we are going to really be good in terms of demonstrating what we are doing here. Everybody now is an expert. Everybody now is an expert. Everybody now is an expert. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would want us to just go ahead and introduce something very, very important. Like if, for example, somebody tells you to write number 1 up to number 9. Number 1, say number 2. Do you write all of them? No. Excel is like a sniffer dog. Excel is able to sniff and get to know the pattern. Which pattern are you using here? So once you've been able to write 1, 2, what you need to do is to come and highlight these 2. After you highlight those 2, then you should be able to come here and pull this by the tail. Remember, I normally call it a black, angry, hungry rabbit. Very black. An ugly one, very ugly. So it is here you put, there is a white, very beautiful rabbit here. There is this black rabbit, which is very angry, which must be caged. But occasionally, whenever you get it, I'll be telling you how you'll be whipping it from behind you, double click, you give it. But this is the one that we normally use for autofill. So if I come here and just scroll down, if I come here, I'm autofilling. If I pull this down by the tail, yeah, you can see I'm dragging it down by the tail. It's moving to be able to take me to 9 like that. Come and do the same here. You write 1, you write 2, highlight these 2, put the angry black rabbit here. Know how to drag. To drag, if you have a mouse, I prefer my students always buying a mouse, an external mouse. Go for the one that goes for about 1,000 shillings or even 2,000. An expensive one, a little bit expensive one, will not let you down. Right? Then you can easily, in this case here, like you just long hold on to that left click. And then in this case, you drag like this. You can see it's writing numbers there. You drag up to 9. Up to 9. So is there somebody who has been able to do that? That is very, very important. That is very, very important. Do we have any ninja that has been able to do that? I repeat here. So for example, you could write 1, 2, and then you could come here. And in this case here, you take it like that. Now it has a pattern. Now you can pull it like that up to number 9. You can come here, write 1, tab 2, and then you come here, you highlight using the white hair. White hair is for just highlighting, and then the autofilling, automatic filling. So you come here, you drag with the tail up to 9, like that. You see, you'll not be very good in BDA until you get to know these secrets of what here, secrets of doing very, very many things. So is there somebody who has been able to do that? I'm not seeing you guys dancing at all. I'm not seeing guys here giving me feedback. I'm not seeing guys giving me feedback. I'm not seeing guys giving me feedback. Like I can see Josephat Monene is sharing his screen. Thank you very much. Actually, Morena has been able to go up to what year? Has been able to go up to 18. Up to 18. All right. Can somebody else in this case here share their screen? Can somebody in this case here, like Abdi Hakim is sharing his screen, which is very good. And then now from my side, I can even come here and allow, in this case here, we do present the 2 screens at the same time. This guy has stopped. I wanted to show you something very important, that you can present 2 people at the same time. We can present 2 people at the same time. When you have your screen there, I'll be able to have my screen there. And then we can, in this case, even challenge each other. All right. Yeah. Like I can see what Maurice Abuka is doing there. Which is very, very good. Very, very good. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, another one, in this case here, will be able to come and do what here? Another one will be able to come here. Another one will be able to come here. We just come here. Another one. Great. I can see in this case here, guys. Yeah, thank you very much, Kate. Then we have the last one, who is Steve. Let's see what Steve has done it very well. Thank you very much, Steve. That's very nice of you. Great. Oh, Steve, that's one. Okay, great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please listen and listen to me very well. If, for example, you wanted to write today, say 1 to 1,000, 1 to 1,000, what you'll need to do is to come and say equals here. Then you use sequence, sequence. You see 1 to 1,000, utasema aki unataka kuvuta ka rabbit mukia, aki utakavuta, ayeye paka utachoka ka rabbit hata katakataumia. Ukavute paka 1,000. Hata masikio uvute paka 1,000. Itaumia sana. You'd rather use this sequence thing. So unasema equals sequence, this one here. Alafu inakuuliza how many rows do you want? You simply say 1,000 rows and then you simply say enter. Yeah, once you do that and you can confirm control, down arrow, you'll be able to see it has gone to 1,000. Control, down arrow, you'll be able to go to the last number. Control down or control up arrow, you'll be able to go to the first number up on the line. So sequence is very, very important. If you come here and say equal sequence, and then you'll be able to double click it. Then you write just 1,000 and then you say enter. It goes straight away down. And I'm so much assured of some students in this case here who may, yeah, you can also use this concept of Alt H fees after selecting the first cell, yes. Yeah, although now with this Office 365 and Microsoft, or rather Excel 2021, you don't need now to cram so many things really. You don't need to cram so many things. So is there somebody who has been able to use the sequence function? Anybody who has been able to use the sequence function? Yeah, at least I've seen some 2 students dancing there. Caroline has danced there. JMK has danced there. Those are the kind of signs I want. Great, 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 great. Mwalimu, you have a message on your phone. Let me see which message is this. Maurice does not want to write a message here. He has decided to send me a message. The only message which can make me very happy right now, Maurice, is M-Pesa message. No, don't send a pesa Maurice wewe. Hakuna. Hizo kama ukiona kama nini yangu naitwaje, WhatsApp yangu inasonga kusonga. I've so much. Ukituma message hata siwezi soma rahisi. Itakuwa shida sana. Kama ndio inauliza how can I be watching your work and at the same time I can be working on my Excel as well. No, Chere, hakuna any other name. Inamaanisha Chere, you have not bought Excel 2021. Your Excel, if you share your screen, your Excel must be a 2019. Others are 2010 Excel, very old. All right. A 2010, a 2010, 2010. So many guys want that screen split, which I'll not be able to show them today. So you need to buy this 2021, this 2021, the 2021. You need to buy the 2021 Excel. There is this gentleman who sells this Excel at a very throwaway price. Is it 300 shillings or something? Yeah. I wanted to look for, there's another person around here who sells that thing at 300 and it's equally good. It's equally good. But if you have money, of course, you go for the branded one, for the Microsoft Office 365. Yeah. So in this case here for, you can go for the Office 365, Office 365. Office 365, you'll be able to get, in this case here, everything there. It goes for about 8,000 license, then you'll be done. you will be done. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I should be able to add him to the group. I should be able to add him to the group. I should be able to add him to the group. All right. Great. On the sequence, okay. So sequence, you'll be able to write here equals sequence. It's blue. Whenever it's blue in a color like this, normally if you have ever been to a club, of course my students don't go to clubs, but if you have ever been there, ladies and gentlemen, you must have seen in this case here something called, is it Smirnoff Blue Label? Yeah, and whenever somebody buys, I think that is the one that when you buy, there are these young girls who even, I mean, they bring the show to everything. It's like everything stops in that club. And then now people start singing for you. All right. I think it must be costing like 20,000. And then now when that particular brand is brought on the table, some young men will take that bottle and then they start praying for it that God help this bottle not to kill me, not to do some funny, funny language. But as they do that, they are always tabbing it. So they tap. Now we call it tabbing it. So anytime you are writing, for example, like ladies and gentlemen, you are saying equals sequence, and then you can see now this thing that you want to use is in blue. This thing you want to use is in blue. What do? There is a button there on top of your caps lock. You tab it. When you, instead of double clicking, you just tab it once. It goes up. You tab it once, and then you say 1,000, like that. Goes down. So control, down arrow, you'll be able to reach there. All right. All right. So are we together there, really? Are we together there? Can I now go to something different? What if you want the sequence in the row? If you want the sequence in the row, good question there. So if you want the sequence in the row, yeah, Sarah, yours doesn't have sequence because Sarah, you are a young lady, but using in this case here a very old Excel. Perhaps in this case here, Sarah, the Excel you're using is much older than you. I'm 100% sure. I'm 100%. You could be using a 001 Excel. So what you need to do is to part ways with some 300 bob, and then that young man will be able to give you a modern Excel, a modern Excel, a modern Excel. And without that modern Excel, you'll always be fighting with the teacher that maybe you're too fast. You wonder how comes this guy is able to, you must get this new. Sir, how do you use in this case? You're very old. No. Ah, yeah. So let me answer some questions here. We shall overcome, yes. We shall overcome, yes. That's a very powerful tool. Now, assuming in this case, you want to write this thing across the row, eh? Yeah, you want to write across the row here. You want to write across the row here. So what you'll do, you will come and say equals sequence. All right. And once you say sequence, then I'll be able to tab here. So I tab because I want that sequence. You see, the rows are what here? The rows are empty, eh? The rows are empty. I want this, or I want this to be like one row. It's either you put there you can say one row, because you would want this thing to be in just one row. But in this case here, how many columns here? For example, you want 1,000. So after you say one row, write here 1,000. Write 1,000. Write 1,000 like that. Write 1,000 like that. Write 1,000 like that. All right. And then now automatically, when you say enter, without even closing brackets, when you say enter, you'll be able to come here, ladies and gentlemen, and work with this control, right arrow to see whether it has gone to 1,000. To see whether it has gone to 1,000. To see whether it has gone to 1,000. So is there somebody who has been able to do that? You simply say equals, you want sequence tab 1,000. Is there somebody who has been able to do that? Once you get so much used to this, like now you can come and say just here, equals sequence, equals sequence. No, it does not come in blue. Sequence, yes, tab. So I don't have to write one. Instead of writing 1 or 0, I can simply say comma. I skip that thing. And then I can see now columns, in this case is live, is the one that is bold now. So I come and say 1,000 like that. And then I'll be able to enter like that. It gives me things, gives me things. It gives me things. So is there somebody who has been able to do that? Yeah, Abdi is sharing his screen. Kate, I do not understand your question. Can you combine row and sequence? I don't understand your question very well. Those are great imaginations. Maybe she wanted to ask whether we can do row and columns together, something like that. Or, I don't know. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Yeah, Maurice, you have an old Excel 2016, Maurice. You know, that is very sad, Maurice. That's very, very sad, Maurice. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Because I'm so sure, Maurice, today, if you are to get your mwalimu today in your local town today, I'm so sure I will eat lunch of not less than 1,000 shillings. I'm 100% sure. I'm 100% sure. I'm 100% sure you'll be able to get lunch of what year? I'll be able to get lunch of 1,000 shillings. Sasa hapo utaka kununua Excel ya 300, Maurice. Yeah, Kate, I've never tried that, but I know there must be a solution. I've never tried that, but I know there must be a solution. Those are the kind of wild imaginations which are very, very good. Which are very, very good. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is something that I would want to show you, although I don't like it so much. I don't like it so much. I don't like it so much, but there are students who love it. There are students who love it. I don't like it so much. Maybe I give you this number of this guy, Anaitwa Maxwell. Somebody must be having it here. Somebody must be having Maxwell's number. Anaitwa Maxwell. He's a young man from Kalenjin land who has really supported us. He's the one who sells laptops to all our students. A very young man, but very aggressive. I've never seen hey, tangu tuanze Excel, ameuza machines more than 1,000. And he loves RCM crazily. Let me just type the number here. Already shared, 0722 851. Yeah, Maxtech here. He runs a company called Maxtech. He came in as a student and he was able to see an opportunity. Was able to see an opportunity. He saw so many students asking, in this case here, for what? Here for laptops, asking for those licenses. Yeah, you need, if you want Abdi Hakim, it is at Office 365. You need Office 365 complete. Yeah. Yeah, and of course, if you are you have the capacity, don't buy a very, very small laptop. Buy a big laptop. A good laptop should be costing like 60,000. Yeah, you simply go to a shop and buy a branded laptop if you have the capacity. If you have the capacity. Yeah. You can buy it from Max or anywhere. We simply want a laptop which has got great features. Core i7. All right. Because I've seen situations where students are really like, if you saw like last time what I saw, students struggling with BDA exams with very old laptops. Laptops in these cases, I can't even save things. No, no, no. If you have the capacity, this is a machine that you shall be using even in your professional life, buy an expensive laptop. I mean, you know, like now I've used my laptop for how many years? I've used my own laptop for how many years? Talk of 8 years. something that will be able to give me like 10 years. I mean, spending like, say 50 of the money. Then, I mean, it's like 5,000 shillings a year. So napata mwingine amejifinyilia, amechukua ka laptop ka 16,000. Yani kadoli. Aka kafanya BDA. Katakuwa embarrassed, kana overheat. Inakuwa international disaster. Inakuwa international disaster. International disaster. All right. So we shall overcome. We shall overcome. Something else that I would want all my students in this case here to do. If, for example, I don't know how to do this very, very well. If you're that kind of a person who likes that split screen, the split screen, I don't like it very much, but because now everybody's asking about it, you see you have a button near Alt. Near Alt, you have a button there which has got Windows. Iko na vitu vinne tu box tudogo tudogo karibu na katikati ya Alt na Control. Katikati ya Alt na Control. So if you press that button down and then you hit the down arrow, you just hit the down arrow. If you press that button down and then you hit the down arrow, what are you seeing there, ladies and gentlemen? What are you seeing there, ladies and gentlemen? If you press that button down and then you hit, in this case here, you'll be able to see several windows. So you'll be able to see Mwalimu's window small here. And then by the side here, you can now have your own Excel that you're doing what here, that you're working on. Is there somebody who is able to see things happening there, really? Is there somebody who is able to see things happening there? Because once you do like that, just allow me something small here. Yeah, then you can you can scale, you can increase, you can, for example, if it's this Excel, what I'll do, I'll just minimize the window kidogo too, so that I can be seeing what Mwalimu is doing here on the right side. Then now I'm typing here, But also, ladies and gentlemen, if you can, especially for revision, you can buy, in this case here, a laptop. If you want to use that approach, you should be able to buy a laptop which is a bit big. Yeah, a bit big. Hii laptop yetu ikitokea nayo kwa mtihani, watu wanashangaa huyu jamaa hii laptop, hii ni laptop kiasi gani? Yeah, the window, the screen should be bigger. Then that will be able to do the share split, or rather no, screen split very, very well. Otherwise, kama ni hizi zingine ya kawaida, sasa hii niko sure hata ukifanya screen hautaona vitu mimi naandika. You'll not be able to see what I'm writing. You'll not be able to see what I'm writing. All right. So then how do you get back? To get back again, you press that control with the up arrow. You press that control with the up arrow. Is there somebody who has been able to get back? Is there somebody who has been able to get back? Because you know you can again get yourself into problem. Yeah. Yeah. The size of the laptop I have to check, but like mine is big. Like mine, when I'm doing like your BDA papers, you see, like I'll be able to have, in this case here, this BDA, the whole paper here, and then I have another screen here. Mine is big. Mine is big, but I'll be able to get the exact how many inches. And it's allowed. You can go with it to an exam. Yeah. Yeah. So you have, in this case here, the whole paper you're seeing. Sasa unapata wanafunzi unahurumia. Sababu wanafunzi anaenda pale anaanza kutafuta kutoka juu mpaka hapana. I have my thing here and I have another thing here by the side. Ivo. Agaka, great. So are you able to see, first of all, that are you able to see that Windows thing, the Windows, katikati ya Control na Alt? 14-inch will be very good. 14-inch will be very good. Yeah, but if you can do like 15, 16, but I'll ask for you, like mine, Najwa, is very good. So if you're able to see it, just press it. And then there is this navigation arrow, down arrow, navigation arrow. You simply click it once. And then you click inside your Excel. Alright, mimi nimekupatia idea, wewe sasa utaendelea fanya research yako. Mimi nimekupatia idea, Abdi sasa utaenda kufanya research yako, like how do you increase the size? You can increase, for example, if you want my screen to be bigger on yours, you can increase the size. Hiyo sasa utaendelea kufanya research yako polepole. Ukienda pale huko juu, kiweka kamshale huko juu, unaweza ukatembeza hiyo kitu unataka. Sasa hiyo mimi nimeshakupatia idea, wewe ng'ang'ana kivyako sasa. Before I buy, okay, sawa. Okay, thank you so much. So then I'll be able to go to something now very important. Leo mko na maswali mengi kushinda wale wajana. Wale wajana hawakuwa na maswali mengi. Nyinyi mmetoa maswali mengi wapi? Kwani nyinyi ni policemen? Mko na maswali mengi sana. All right. So then if, for example, you're given here price, you are given here quantity. So price in this case here is 10, for example, 12, 13, 14. And then quantity is 1,000, no, 1,200, 1,000, 990, 987, like that. Now, can somebody give me the formula of getting revenue? How do we get revenue? How do we get revenue? How do we get revenue? Ladies and gentlemen, how do we get revenue? How do we get revenue? How do we get revenue? Is there somebody who could be knowing? How do we get revenue in mathematics? How do we get revenue in mathematics? Revenue equals what times what? Revenue equals what times what? Revenue equals price times quantity. Price times quantity. Thank you so much. So then, alafu sasa utapata mwanafunzi mwenye anasema mwalimu, sasa mimi niko na old Excel nimetoka darasa. Hapana. It's only a few things it can't do. But otherwise, like now what you're doing now, it will be able to do very well. So like, for example, I could come here and say equals, I want to multiply this price and the quantity. So equals this one here. Times, so shift 12, control, enter, 12,000. Then when I come to the second one, I don't have to do it again. I don't have to come and say equals. I pick this price, then I say times this quantity. That would be very wrong. Once I've done the first one, what I need to do is to come under autofill. So get this and move down. Control Z. So the first one equals, we say price times this one, control. You don't just say enter, you say control, enter. Control. You must control your ball. Just like these footballers. Footballers, especially when you're supporting like a good team, For example, the team in this case that is being under the team under Guardiola, Yeah, a good player will be able to know how to control the ball in between, for example, their legs, ladies and gentlemen, right? So you'll always say in this case here, control enter, so that because if I come here and say control Z to undo, and then I say equals, I pick this 10, then I say times, I say this 1200, and then I say enter. You can see now I've gone down. Again, for me to start now autofilling, I must have to click back there. That's a waste of time. If I'm the one, I will come and say here equals, I pick this 10, then I say times this 1200, then I say control enter, and then I'll have the same cell where the answer will be being the same cell that is being highlighted. Then I come and put this autofill black plus here, and then it's my rabbit. So I need to hit it only twice from behind. That means you are double clicking. Double click gives you all the answers. Gives you all the answers. So if they want the total revenue, I'll simply come here, or we can use, okay, let me just come here. I should not show you so many things at the same time. So you can come here and simply tell us what here alt. equals enter, control enter like that. So do we have any ninja that has been able to do exactly what Mwalimu has done? Do we have any ninja that has been able to do exactly what Mwalimu has done? Especially that thing of beating that rabbit twice from behind. Kumwina likasirika amepiga viboko nne. It's double click. Huwezi piga viboko nne. It's double click. Tata, double click. Double click. And then you are done. You double click. You double click. I can't see your screen, Mwalimu. Oh, you guys have not been seeing my screen. You guys have not been seeing my screen. You guys have not been. Okay. Then I need to, sorry for that. No, makosa actually ni yangu. I should have come here and said one participant, and then I push out this Tobias guy first. So nobody can share. Makosa ni yangu, makosa ni a presenter, so that nobody can share when I'm presenting. I should be the only one presenting. And now you are able to see it, right? Now you are able to see it, right? I'm so sure now you can see my screen. I'm so sure now you can see my screen. Now no other ninja can be allowed to share with me. Great. Then I'll be able to come and say equals. So I pick this 10, I say times, we say this 12. Then we say control enter. And then we come and put this rabbit on its cage. Beat it only twice. Beat it only twice. There are some gentlemen here who like beating this thing several number of times, which is wrong. It's only supposed to be beaten only twice. Only twice. Supposed to be beaten only twice. So then, is there somebody who has been able to do exactly what Mwalimu has done? Ah, okay, great. Thank you so much, Caesar. These are very good names. JMK, great. Great. Victor Aluga, very good names. Great. Thank you so much. Great. 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 Now, there is one problem. There is one problem. Now, when you guys will be able to become financial modelers like myself, you know, my biggest source of revenue is not even college, it's not my employment. It is what I do by the side. Like today, I'm doing financial modeling for a very big insurance company. It's quite heavy. So I'm the lead consultant there, and we're doing, so when you are a financial modeler, you must be able to do this concept of valuation. Like now we are doing IFRS 17. We're doing a model, which these people will simply be putting their numbers, right? Once they put in their numbers, we have the actuary who will be able to put in the risk metrics, right? And then the model will be able to produce financial statements automatically, right? So when you have here, like for example, price is 10, and then you have here quantity. We have here quantity. So quantity, this could be 1980. We have here 2000. We have here 2020. Some of you must have been born around 2010, right? 2010. There must be somebody in this case who was born in 2015, I doubt. All right. So then you want to come and give us revenue. So then I would want you to come and create a column of revenue. This time the price is 10 and 10 is constant. 10 is constant. 10 is constant. Now this is revenue. For each one of them, price is constant, but quantity is fluctuating. So we want somebody in this case here to share their screen after you write this. You share your screen and do for us the revenue live. Not dead, but live. Multiple presenters to share. Multiple presenters to share. Let me decline so you can share when you are alone. For your screen to be big enough. I like the screen being big enough. I like the screen being big enough. Just what you can share now, ikiwa peke yake. So now it's Catherine. Great. So now Catherine, go and give us the first revenue. Go there and give us the first revenue equals times. All right. This is a great ninja. This is a great ninja. This ninja must have attended my Excel classes. This ninja must have attended my Excel classes. You can see for her to get it right, let me just remove her a screen. Let me remove her screen here. For her to have gotten it right, there is something she has done. I'm so sure Maurice, because Maurice never attended my class. Yeah, Excel. And I told you guys to attend my class at Excel before mkuje BD. Mkakataa. Now see our lives. See our lives. Even this Abdi Akim must have attended my class. All right. All right. All right. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Yeah. If price is constant, you must lock it. That's the language of what here, the language of financial modeling. But any parameter which is ever constant, it must be dollarized. You must dollarize it. Any parameter which is constant must be dollarized. Dollarized. We must dollarize constant parameters. Yeah, yeah, great. So then I'll be able to come, ladies and gentlemen, here. And then you see this 10 is going to be constant throughout. And because it's going to be constant throughout, what I need to do is to come and say equals, I pick the quantity, which is 1980, I say times the price. And this 10 is going to be used throughout. If I don't dollarize it, if I go without dollars, if I say control enter, and then I'm able to come and just do the autofill here, itakuwa maajabu. Maajabu kwa dunia mzima. Maajabu kwa dunia mzima. Sababu gani? Because Excel ordinarily moves with you. Excel ordinarily, oh, my internet connection is unstable. Just 1 minute until it stabilizes. 1 minute until it stabilizes. All right. Are you able to hear Mwalimu now? Are you able to hear Mwalimu now? Are you able to hear Mwalimu now? Because my internet connection had an issue. Yeah, so we continue here. So we continue here. So then, the mistake I did, if you look at this, you know Excel moves. If I come and put my cursor here, and then I say function F2 to show the formula, to show the formula, to show formula, to show formula, we use function F2. To show formula, we use function with what here? With F2. And by the way, did I invite early morning students here? I think I must have forgotten inviting the early morning students. Oi, oi, are they aware that we have, but now it's ending. How did I forget? I only sent this thing. Is there somebody who took it upon themselves to, is there anybody who took it upon themselves to share the link to the morning classes? Oi, oi. Sasa nimeanza kuzeeka, ujana ni moshi kweli. Oi. Walipata kweli our morning BDA morning class. Yeah, wako nayo. Ah, great. I would not have forgiven myself. I would not have forgiven myself. Great, great, great. So anytime you want to show the formula, we normally take function F2. Function F2. Is everybody able to see the function? Is everybody able to see the function near control Fn? Is anybody who is able to see Fn near control? Near control? Yeah. So if, for example, you want to know which formulas, as a modeler, as a finance modeler, you must be able to show the formulas most of the time to just confirm. So then you will come and press here Fn, F2. Yeah, like when you press Fn, F2, you'll be able to see what was multiplied to give you the number there. Like now you can see they took this, you know, this blue is this cell with the blue. This red is this cell with red. So they took, in this case here, this cell with the blue times this one here, which is an error. So it means that this automatically will be an error. If I say just here, enter, you'll see it's an error, right? So this one here was done correctly. This one here was done very correctly because they took this times this. But now all the others, for example, like now this, if I say function F2, you can see it went down one step. You went one step down. It went down here, one, and here from 10 it went to 1. That's how Excel is modeled. It goes down one step. But now what if you want this 10 to be an absolute reference? If I would want it to be locked fully, it's very, very easy. What I need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to enter, say, Control Z. I don't want all this. I start my mathematics equals, I take 1980, I say times these 10 there, and then I'll be able to say alt, not alt, but Fn, F4. It's called full referencing. It's called full referencing. So anytime you want to do full lookup or a full referencing, which in this case here we call the process of dollarization, then, ladies and gentlemen, we shall be using function F4 with 4 like that. So hizi Fs ni zile ukienda kwa ile typing pad yako, kwa typing pad yako, you'll be able to see F1 to F12 kule juu kabisa, F1 to F12 kule juu kabisa, moja inaitwa F4. So when you come here, then you'll be able to say here equals, you pick this 1980, you say times, in this case here, this 10 like that. And then the red one is the one that I would want to be held up there constantly. So if it is the one that I would want to be held up there constantly, what I need to do is to come and press Fn first. Una press Fn. Pole pole, sina nguvu sana. Pole pole to Fn, F4, like that. Fn, F4 like that. And then you should be able to say control what here, enter. And then I should be able to come here and hit this rabbit just twice from behind, double click. Now, it doesn't matter where you go. If, for example, you try this one and say Fn, F2, when the formula shows, you'll be able to see it is 2015 times the 10, the red. If you come here and say just Fn, F2 to show the formula, it is this times the red. The red is being put up there by the dollars. It's constantly being taken up because we have been able to add the dollars. We've been able to add the dollars. Now there's some computers that you only press F4. There are some computers you simply press F4. You don't need that function. Please check whether you have that kind of a computer. Please check whether you've got that kind of a computer. Please check whether you have that kind of a computer, and then you advise. Whether yours is the Fn, F4, and then there are other computers that you just press F4 and those dollars come without Fn. What type of computer do you have? Yeah, let me see. Yeah, you see, like, Maurice, yours is the one that I'm talking about. You only press F2. You don't have to press, in this case, it's a superior machine. That's a superior machine. Mine F4 alone, superior machine, I can assure you. That must be an I5 and above. Those are superior machines. Only that you have old Excels. Patrick, I will repeat. But is there somebody who has been able now to finish before I repeat for the sake of Patrick et al.? Is there somebody who has been able to do exactly what Mwalimu has done, and now they are dancing, I've not seen anybody dancing. I'm able. Thank you very much, Josephat. Hii kitu nataka ukue aggressive sana. Yeah, I7. A low man can't use I5. Someone told me that a real low man must drive a Mercedes Benz. It doesn't matter gani ya kuomba, but must drive a Mercedes Benz. Sikujua you about I5. But that's very good. All right. So I need to repeat. I need to repeat. I need to repeat. I need to repeat. Now come here. Great. Now, so control like this down equals, so you pick 1980, you say times 10. You see, I would want this 10 in this case here to be a value of reference. A value of reference. So if I want it to be a value of reference, I have to put dollars before D and dollar before 10. I can decide to put these dollars before D and 10 manually. The guys would want that, but I mean, a good student should be able to automate this. So you simply say, if it's your most computers, you say Fn F4 like that. Fn F4. When you press Fn down permanent and then you press F4 later, then you'll be able to get that really coming up. You'll be able to get that really coming up. And then now your role will be to come and say Control N. And then now you'll be able to simply come down here. So this one that you have done is called full referencing. It's called full referencing. It's called full referencing. It's called full referencing, which is very, very good. 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 So if you don't have a question, I would want to go to the partial referencing, which I'll be able now to use to do a multiplication table. So are you comfortable up to there? Are you comfortable up to there? Are you comfortable up to there? Patrick is not comfortable. What could be the problem? What could be the problem? Are you able to share your screen, Patrick? Because it's a fairly straightforward thing. Are you able to share your screen? Yeah, it's a fairly straightforward. So long as you have F4. Yeah. And again, remember there are some computers you don't have to press function. Yeah. Yeah. And again, remember Excel, you just keep on trying. If you press Fn and F4, you realize it's not working. Now, next time, press F4 alone. Next time you press F4, so keep on doing. I have two computers. Yeah, again, that's a problem, Patrick. We need to have one computer that you log on to Zoom. Never log on to Zoom with two computers, or rather with one. You know, mostly people will have like, this ninja was asking about like sharing screen. That's a very good ninja. Most of the students will have like two computers. The computer they connect with us is the one that they use to share. They use in this case here to do what, here to see what you're doing. And then for their practice, they have another computer which is not now connected to Zoom. Now they'll never share their screens. That becomes very, very bad. Right? You should only use one computer, and it is the same computer which you will be using to share. So you see now, Patrick, it will be very hard for me to assist you because I would have seen what you're doing, Patrick. So utavumilia kwa Mkenya, but I can repeat one more time, but I know if I saw what you are doing, I would have known. If I saw what you are doing, I would have known where the issue is. All right. So what we are doing here basically is this. So equals, I pick this quantity times this 10. And then I would want these dollars. You can do this dollarization manually. You can come and put, you say shift 4. You see on top of 4, there is a dollar. You can come and put a dollar before D, and then you put a dollar before 10. So shift dollar. Yeah. You can do it manually. Although now that will be a very tiresome process. And then you say control enter. And then now you can come and you can do it manually that way. But the very best, Patrick, here is for us to come here and say equals, we pick 1980, we say times this 10, this, and then you try. Now you can try at this stage. This red cell, I want it dollarized. So I can try F4, pressing F4. Remember Fs, we are looking at those Fs up there. Near escape, we'll be able to see F1 to F12. Near escape, we'll be able to see F1 to F12. Not that you press F and then you press 4, no. This is just one F4 between escape and home. Huko juu kabisa kuna Fs mingi. So you simply press function with that one F4 or just F4 alone. Then you'll be able to see those dollars there. So control enter, and then you should be able to drive this thing down. Let's keep on trying like that, and then we shall overcome. We shall overcome. Yeah. Exactly, that was my problem initially. You should never. Hata huyu kwa afadhali Patrick anakona 2 computers. Another ninja ataconnect kwa, unajua ninjas wanapitia mambo mengi sana. Ninjas wanapitia mambo mengi sana. Another ninja atakuwa ameconnect sasa simu na sisi, lakini akona laptop ya kupractice kando. Sasa huyu zama ana connect na simu, kwanza ni mbaya zaidi, sababu sasa yeye lazima kila saa anaangalia nini? Anaangalia screen ya, na screen ya simu ni ndogo sana. So unapata tu ame hate BDA. Ana hate BDA forever. You shall never do that. We shall only have one machine ambayo tuna connect nayo. Na hiyo ndio tunafanya nao practice. Like no Manoti is advising there that he can move from splitting the computer and extend then share the screen. Yeah, pia unaweza ukashare kwa TV. Yeah, sharing kwa TV from phone. Yeah, TV, if you have a very good TV in this case here, then actually that's very good because you're also now marketing mwalimu. Very good. So now you put this everything kwa TV there, all right? And then now, of course, if you're doing that, now how will you share the screen? That will not be very good. Because I want a situation where you are able, in this case here, to share what here, to share your screen. That's what we want. You should be able to share your screen as you should only have one gadget, not 2 gadgets here. Oh, not 2 gadgets, not 2 gadgets, not 2 gadgets. Yeah, I'll also be able to advise you as you progress, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. You know, ukianza kufanya BDA, for example, when you are a lady, even the size of the fake nails you buy also matters a lot. Even the type of the fake nails you buy also matters a lot. Especially when it is like, for example, you'll be doing like an exam tomorrow. Do you change your nails like this day and tomorrow you'll be doing, in this case, an exam? No. You want to be very, very comfortable, isn't it? So I'll be able to advise. Yeah, it may look something small, but those are some of the things mimi nimeona kama mwingine alikuwa na struggle mpaka anamhurumia, namwambia kwani iko shida gani? We shall overcome. We shall overcome. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, then we continue here. Let's come back here and do this partial. Now we are doing the partial what here? Now we are doing the partial. So we have here 1, 2, and then now we write up to 9. Multiplication table. Great. Let me songesha hii TV yangu hivyo. Great. So 1 to 9. So 1 to 9. Then again here we have 1 to 9. Tantoa itanisumbua hapa bure. So hapa tuko na 1 to 9 pia. So 1, 2. This is the last thing we are doing. We disappear. 1 to 9. Like that. Great. I don't know whether there is anybody who went to a school in those great old days when behind some Kasuku books you used to have multiplication tables. Do we have anybody who went to school during those times when you used to have multiplication tables? At the back of the books. Manoti, at least Manoti saw them. Ulikuwa unachapwa sawasawa. Yeah, but I'm so sure there must be a ninja ambaye hakuwa na multiplication table. Walipata ma puzzles or other things. Yeah. Also Victor, in this case, saw this. Also Victor saw this. Yeah, great. Oh, even J Mary. Okay. Kwa hivyo inamaanisha hapa watu wengi sio majenzi Majenzi wengi hawakuona kitu kama hiyo. Kiumbe kulikuwa na Kasuku book, hata ajui Kasuku book. Hajawaiona. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from there, what do we do? Come here. So you write 1 to 9. 1 to 9. Then I would want you guys to do me a favor. You see this row I, in my case, column I mean. This column I, in my case, is what here is an important column. Column I is a title column. So I need to come and highlight the whole of it, and I make it bold. Column I, so Control B. So to make bold, Control B, to make bold, Control B. Also this one, you can see this one, if I put my cursor here, it'll be able to show me this is row 2. So highlight it, Control B. Yeah. So the title column is column I. Title row is row 2. For my case, your case, I don't know because you're not using exactly the same Excel sheet. Some of you, your title columns will be very different, but at least in my case, I know that column I is title and it has to be dollarized. So in short, dollarize I. Dollarize 2. Where's dollarize? Where's dollarize? In this case here, the titles. Haya, so nikuje hapa nianze kazi kumultiply. Nikuja hapa nasema equals, I say this one times this one. Because I want a multiplication table, column and rows multiplied. Then I say control enter. Then I should be able to come here, just highlight this down. Maajabu, maajabu, down. Yeah. So nimekosea wapi hapa? Because you see, I'll be saying here 1 times 1, 1 times 2, 1 times 3. You see? So I'll be holding on to this one. So these titles are supposed to be dollarized. So I'm supposed to put $1. Great. So control Z. Nimejua siri. Haya, nikuje hapa niseme equals. Niseme this one. I want to dollarize this fully. So function F4. So this is what we call, sorry, control Z. Let me just get back kabisa. All right. Let me escape nianze afresh. All right. So equals, I pick this one and then I dollarize it fully. Then I come and say shift times this one here, which again I would want to fully dollarize. So function F4. Then I say control enter. Hii pia ni maajabu. Maajabu. Hii full referencing haiwezi fanya kazi. Maajabu, 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 maajabu. Zote zinakuwa 1111. Maajabu, 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 maajabu. Kwa hivyo sasa inafaa hapo nimekosea. Hapa sasa inafaa nifanye partial referencing. Partial referencing. What is partial referencing? Look at what I'm doing here. When I say equals, then I pick this one. So when I pick this one here, I'm able to see here I3. Even myself, I can see here inside here, I3. You see, I is the one that will be ever rigid. But these three, of course, we expect it to be doing what here to be changing here, right? Because you can see this is 3, but when it goes down, it should be a different number. But you see this one, where this one is, where I is, I don't want when I change, when I move with my Excel to JK, I don't want this I to be changing. I want this I to be known as a beacon of reference. Beacon of reference. So then you come here, and then you put what here? You put $1 before I alone. So it is a title column, this column I, you dollarize I alone. And then you come and continue now here, you say times. You pick this one here. When you pick this one, fortunately, if you had just mentioned here what you see like now, title row is row 2, dollarize 2. So you see like now here I have J2. So I'm seeing 2, I should be able to come and dollarize 2 there. Dollarize 2, like that. So if I do that and I say control enter, and then now I come and majestically do this, I will be able to get everything all right. I'll be able to get everything all right until I get 9 times 9 is 81, like that. So whenever I'm doing a multiplication table, I must know my title rows and title columns pretty well. Otherwise, I will always be wrong. 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 So before I repeat, could we be having any ninja that has been able to prepare theirs nicely? Before I repeat, could we be having any ninja that have been able? Yeah, thank you very much, Kate. You never disappoint. That's very good. I mean, Maurice, guys should be here. We expect our ladies to be neat, isn't it? They do need to be neat, but they should not be very long. Yeah, Caroline Minor, JMK, very good. Very good. How I wish all the students in this case here were dancing and 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 dancing. It would have been really, really good. Really, really good. Really, really good. Really good. Really good. So if you have not been able to do it, ladies and gentlemen, kindly share your screen. If you have not been able to do it, kindly share your screen. We help you. Yeah, Jerry has shared her screen. 81, correct. Thank you so much. Correct. So leo lunch inafaa mkule lunch mzuri sana leo. Leo mpigie mwili pole na mwambie mwili asante. Mwili imecooperate, umejua vitu mingi sana leo. Imekuwa session fupi, lakini umekamata kamata tu vitu. Ya ule mwenye hajakamata ni mwanafunzi muoga. Ukiwa muoga kama unataka kushare screen yako, hatutaijua. The very best unashare tu screen yako. Kwani hata ukikosea so what? Hata ukikosea so what? Myself I learn every day kukosea. Through kukosea every day. That is why even when you go to some interviews, like now when you're being interviewed as a CEO, all right, these guys here will ask you whether umeshakuwa na kampuni yote ukaangusha. Ukisema hujai kuwa na kampuni yote ambayo ukaangusha, unajua una experience. Ah, yes. Thank you very much, Maurice. Enda pale kwa H17, ile one ya kwanza kabisa, click hapo. Click hapo. Ah, yeah. Tuanze fresh, sema equals. Tuanze fresh, sema equals. So pick the first one there. So, wewe mwenyewe umesema dollarize G. So enda mbele ya G just after equals. After equals, put kasa yako hapo after equals. No. Umeweka F4 bwana. Umedollarize mpaka 17 na 17 is not supposed to be dollarized. Or 7 something 7. Sema escape haraka sana. Sema escape haraka sana. Escape uko juu kabisa. Haya tuanze tena. Sema equals. So finya your 1. Aha. Take that one. So I want you to put the cursor before G. Yeah. Alafu sasa useme shift 4. You see shift 4 itakupatia $1. Shift 4 itakupea $1. Thank you so much. Tuendelee mbele, sema times. Uko mbele ya 17 sasa. Sema times the other one. Na hapo umeandika vizuri hapo bwana, umesema hapo sasa 16. Si kwa H. 16 is the one to be dollarized. Weka in between H and 16. Before. Yes. Dollarized. So shift 4. Shift 4. Umewekaje $2 bwana? Imeingiaje? Ukisema yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Sasa sema enter. Sema enter. I hope you are able now to see. Sasa vuta katail. Kavute kabisa katail. Kavute kabisa chini. Waachilia tu. Hebu tuanze tena. Hebu vuta zote. Sema delete zote. Sema delete. Vuta zote paka chini. Hizo ma 1 peke yake tu. Hizo ma 1 peke yake tu. Just highlight them. Then you delete. Yeah. Tuanze tena fresh. Haya. Equals, pick 1. So hapo umesema ni G. Shift 4. Great. Endelea mbele. So sema times the other one. Haya. Hapo umesema ni 16, isn't it? Haya, weka kidola hapo sasa. Shift 4. Shift 4. Just once. Yeah. Enter. Haya, sasa hebu enda hapo sasa, shika hiyo 1 mkia. one, hebu tuende tuone. Yeah, now it will be okay. Yeah, now peleka kando, shika hiyo 9. Shikilia hapo peleka kando kabisa. Thank you so much. So, okay, I hope Abdi you've been able to see. I hope Abdi you've been able to see what has happened. I hope Abdi you have been able to see what has happened. And ladies and gentlemen, if we say kwaheri, kuna problem kweli? If we say kwaheri, kuna shida kweli? If we say kwaheri, thank you so much, Maurice. Up there, you'll be able to see a place na kwambia stop share. Stop share. Unajua kuna mwanafunzi mpaka ashazima computer, ameshindwa kushare. Stop share mpaka anazima computer. Hapana, ndio hapo juu. Stop share. Stop sharing. So tukisema it has been a nice lesson. Bye bye. Itakuwa sawa. Thank you so much. And I think we should be doing this. Yeah, at least. Great. All the best. Okay. Great. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Msalimie familia kabisa. Bye. Okay. Bye.